sorry yesterday, Skip. I be on these miles of hen dog, and now y'all got problems with me. Let me celebrate. I be on the mile. Mile with the yak. Mile with the yak. Mile with the yak. I'm on these miles of hen dog. Mile with the yak. 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 You talking crazy. You need to quit, Skip. You need to quit, Skip. You need to quit. Let me celebrate. You talking crazy. You need to quit, Skip. You need to quit, Skip. If a frog had pockets, he would carry a knife, stab the snake, before it ate it. If a frog had pockets, he would carry a knife, stab the snake, before it ate it. I be on the mile. Mile with the yak. Mile with the yak. Mile with the yak. I'm on these miles with the hen dog. Mile with the yak. 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 Let me celebrate. Where do that for? Where do that for? Where do that for? When God? Yo, come here. Yo, die. Yo, come here. Yo, die. Yo, die. Where do that? Yo, die. Yo, die.
Justin Houston was stacking right tackles last week. Went through multiple right tackles on Sunday Night Football. Great show. What happens today in Atlanta?
Like he could play Shaft.
Good God! Incarcerated African Americans. Slavery, if you will. These men here work for the minimumest of wages. Uh-oh, fellas. Looks as though we have company.
What the hell are you niggers doing out here?
We traveled all the way back through time to call you a cracker.
You better watch your mouth.
Nice whip. This here is a pistol. Reach for the sky, hunky. But the point is this, that in the future, all black people will be free.
When's we gonna be free?
That is a good question, my man. How about nowish? If I could, I'd do it every episode.
I'll say something. You people, you're not a race. You are a virus. You destroy the world. Everything beautiful you poison. You drag us from our homes, you rape our daughters, murder our sons. You crack our spines and do all you can to break our will. You stab us. Then you put the knife in our hand and tell us it's our fault. And if you don't do it yourself, you stand by, close your eyes, and pretend there's nothing wrong. And then you pray to your God to silence our screams so that you can enjoy the happiness that we built for you with our blood. But it's not your fault. It's the only way you know how to be. And the only thing that will change anything is if another virus comes along and does to you what you do to us. And I hope that happens very soon.
Did you watch the presidential debate, and what did you think?
Watched a little bit of it. To me, it was embarrassing to watch that these are our two candidates. Both are proven liars, and it almost seems like they're trying to debate who's less racist. And at this point, talking with one of my friends, it was you have to pick the lesser of two evils, but in the end, it's still evil. That's a very ignorant statement that if you don't agree with what's going on here and that if you want justice and liberty and freedom for all, that you should leave the country. No. He always says, make America great again. Well, America's never been great for people of color. And, that's something that needs to be addressed. Let's make America great for the first time.
Here's the reality. The image of a white Jesus has been used to justify enslavement, conquest, colonialism, the genocide of indigenous peoples. There are literally millions of human beings whose lives have been snuffed out by people who conquered under the banner of a white God. That is a far more significant problem than whether a black writer in 2013 suggests somewhat humorously, but perhaps seriously, that we should change Santa to a penguin. No one's going to die because of that iconography. The white Jesus, white God imagery has literally resulted in death. That's something folks ought to deal with. What Megyn Kelly said was very simply, quote, Santa is white, end of quote, and so is Jesus. So I think the real issue is, if you want to make a joke about Santa's whiteness, here's a way to do it that would not presume white normalcy or that white is the norm. You could say, for instance, and I would, that if there were Santa, he'd have to be white because no black man could break into millions of homes even if he was bearing presents and not be shot by some neighborhood watch captain. That's a way to be funny, but Fox News would never do that because that would presume that they had to admit racial profiling and racism were real. So there's that. I think the real issue is that she made a statement of fact, not for her own opinion, but fact. There's a difference between believing in Santa and believing in Jesus or the Buddha. Buddha did not come from Kansas. Jesus was not born in a manger in central Pennsylvania. He was a man of color, and the fact that we have represented him for centuries, literally as a white man, speaks to the entire history of white supremacy. We can act like it didn't happen. We can make it the punchline of a joke, but the reality is this iconography, Jesus more so than Santa, I agree with Mel here, Jesus more so than Santa is a real problem. There's a reason we've represented these icons as white. It's not a coincidence that we've done that.
Okay. Do you think there's something inherently wrong? I understand you saying that a white Jesus has been used to do horrible things, but
here's the difference, and Reza is right. No, Reza's right, but the difference is that the power of others to make Jesus or to make Christ as they view him has never come close to the power of the European power to make Jesus white. In other words, black folks can think Jesus is black and view Christ as black, but at the end of the day, the image that has been used to dominate Christianity in this world and on this planet is the white image. So therefore, you can believe, you can think Jesus looks like whatever you want or that Christ looks like whatever you want. Ultimately, though, there is such a thing as power, and it's not equitable. And so if certain people have been able to impose their image of the Christ, of the Savior on others, or God, or Adam and Eve, the first human beings ostensibly as white people, to believe that that doesn't have an effect is to believe that advertising doesn't have an effect. It's to believe that companies that spend billions of dollars don't actually sell you stuff based on the images they use, which is nonsense.
Recreational smoking kills people. See?
That's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it. She'll be here, I guarantee you. Much more, I guarantee it. I can guarantee you that I will see to it that Harvard does not ignore that. Because I can guarantee you there isn't a bum on the street that looks as raggedy and ridiculous as what I'm looking at right now. Dead. I guarantee it. You are dead. I can guarantee you peace of mind. You'll be back in the pool in 24 hours, I guarantee you. And I guarantee you that the police department, FBI... Mark my word. Without it, this neighborhood will fall. I guarantee it. But I can guarantee you this, Coach. I come to win. I'm gonna find out the truth. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you won't be lonely. I can guarantee you peace of mind. You're gonna do some damage out here, I guarantee you. It ain't down there, I can guarantee you that.
Something was crazy, right? I was with Universal at one time. It was me, Nelly, Baby, and Puffy all on this label at the same time, and we all had a record coming out. The same time. So let me tell you what happened, right? And I try to tell these boys this, what was going on, but you know, they was like, P, man, you know, they got this and we got that or whatever. So I said, look, we all got a record coming out. I know my record hot in the South and it's gonna take from there. So I said, they told me at the label that it was going to cost us $2 million to promote my record. So, and I'm looking at Chuck, I'm saying $2 million to promote my record. Man, I started out selling my records at the trunk of my car, and I got records out there, people, but I got an audience. So, and I asked Baby, I said, man, how much they charge you to promote your record? We never thought about it. He said, man, they charged me $2 million. So I called Puff, I said, Puff, how much they charge? $2 million to promote the police record. And I said, Nell, how much? So I said, who is taking our records to the radio station? It was one guy. So you know me, I'm from the street. I'm like, dog, look, okay, you told me $2 million to promote my records. So I figured like this here, you get $500 from him, $500 from me, because the same guy is flying to the radio, so we got the record. So I asked him, I said, guys, no. I'm going to just give you your money back, but that's between... Nah, man, so I'm telling them. I said, how many plane tickets you taking to go promote my record? You know, because you promote their record at the same time. Can you just bring them my record when you go in there? You know, I like to save, I'm trying to save some money. So it don't work like that. I said, why it don't work like that? How many plane tickets gonna fly to promote my record? Because you promote Puffy and Nelly and Baby at the same time. Oh, you think you too smart? Dude, I'm just a dude on the street, don't know much. But that don't add up like no man.
You were a deadbeat the day my sister married you. And you still a deadbeat today.
Listen, Esther, now you know good and well the day I married your sister, I was loaded.
Yeah, you was loaded all right. You were so drunk you fell on the preacher.
But I had to get drunk to look at your ugly family.
Don't you talk about my family.
I'll talk about your family. Listen, for years people going around saying, black is beautiful. They took one look at your family and said, hold everything.
Well, that's something you wouldn't understand. We have inner beauty.
Yeah, what?
Inner beauty.
Well, you better put your liver where your face is.
You are crude and evil, and most of all, you stupid.
How'd you like one across your lips?
Come on, try.
Come on, man.
Come on, Stumpy.
Stumpy, I'm tall enough to give you 3 of these in your nose. Come on.
Oh, no, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Oh, no, you won't.
Would you two stop it? I'm surprised at you. You mean to tell me you'd hit a lady?
No, I wouldn't hit a lady, but I hit her.
right, Fred. But I feel sorry for Lamont. You've raised him to be a backslider just like yourself.
Who you calling a backslider, witch?
I'm calling you a backslider because you do not believe.
I believe I'm gonna knock you out of here. I believe.
And what's more, you are evil-minded, selfish old man.
Listen, Hap, if you ain't out of here by the time I count to 3, I put a lump on your head, look like a wig on top of a natural on top of a wig.
And if you lay one hand on me, I'll unscrew your arm from your shoulder and beat your brains out. You are a heathen. That's what you are, a heathen. No good heathen. And you're gonna pay for your sins one of these days, you miserable old bust.
You can walk on me, walk me out. I'm gonna walk on you.
Bothering you? You look so...
Well, I don't like his arrogance. I think...
You don't like...
No.
That's because I'm black.
No, sir. No.
You don't like a nigger talking like this. The white people.
Oh, I beg your pardon. No.
I don't want to... All black people don't come up with you saying. You mean white people know. Listen, woman, everybody black watching this show knows why you don't like the way I talk. You don't like a nigger talking to you like this. Niggers never done that like this before.
Sir, I
know what it is. Don't tell me what you don't like. You don't know who you're talking to.
What I don't like.
I don't care what you don't like. Just buy a ticket and see me get my butt whooped.
No. Listen, I'm in a minority in this country here.
What's your minority?
I'm from England.
You're a minority. You're from England. You own England and America. You white. You can go anywhere in this city you want to go. Are you from England? You more freer than me. You from England. Didn't you say you're a minority? You know you can go to towns, move in neighborhoods. You can buy things over. You can open a business downtown Chicago and do business, and I can't do it. But you from England. Now, you got some nerve to come over and be mad at me because I'm proud and I want to fight and be confident and get my people to be proud and fight and do. We the minority, too. We've been a minority for 400 years, and you freer than me. You from England. You are freer than me, and everybody know you free. How many of you white people here truly believe that she's not as free as me or any black man? She can open up a shop downtown. He can't even rent a store. You can. Don't compare yourself with no black man.
You want to talk about it? Let me get something. I'm sorry. You want to stand up?
You got to be out your mind, lady.
She's a woman, though.
Whatever she is, she's a white woman, and she's in a white society. I'm not getting on that. The woman is more free than all black people in Chicago.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I know about it, and you're a hypocrite, and you think she ain't.
What's the point you want?
¡20 secondi! Oh, vedi qui. Oh.
Ready, Joe?
Hopkins sustained an injury due to a legal blow. He fell out of the ring and suffered an injury. Therefore, we declare your winner by TKO victory. He is still WBC International Light Heavyweight Champion, the Beast, Joe Smith Jr.
Try to use a little tact and diplomacy, that's all.
So say somebody is causing a disturbance and you go over there and you can't talk them into leaving, then what do you do?
Oh, I might buy them another drink because I really try to avoid trouble. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know, I try to make my job easy as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not into this physical thing or this macho thing. A lot of guys, they into that. They might see me walking down the street. You don't look so tough to me because they have this thing they got to prove. I don't have nothing to prove to anybody. You know, they can say what they want about my hairstyle, my earrings, all that. As long as they don't touch me, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. You know, they fine rather.
Yeah. Can I ask you about your, since you mentioned your hairstyle and your jewelry and so forth?
Right. I'm glad you brought that up. The hairstyle is not punk rock. It's not Mohegan Indians because a lot of people relate it to the Mohegan because that's all they know. There's a tribe in Africa that calls themselves the Mandinka warriors. They wear their hair in this fashion. They wear feathered earrings. They wear diamond gold. They wear the finest there is, and I'm proud to be a descendant of the people. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why I wear this here. And the changes in gold is symbolic of my struggle because my ancestors, we was brought over here, we was shackled by our wrists and our necks and ankles. Mm-hmm. But now I turn those shackles into gold, and that offends people. People ask me and say, do that gold get heavy? Nobody asks my ancestors, do those changes get heavy on their neck? Mm-hmm. You know? But it bothers them because they know the gold is valuable. But that's the reason why I wear the gold.
Good. Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
I understand that. But your people live in the Stone Age. We live at the beginning of a great industrial revolution.
He doesn't understand why...
Chief, the United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
No, it's not like that.
Then how can they own it? He has a point.
On the level of shooting at each other, you gotta stop shooting at each other. Because it's not about turf. We've been warring with the 60s for 10 years and we ain't moved across Western yet. And they ain't moved across Western, so it's not about land, because neither one of us own nothing that we fighting for. It's not about colors, because the color of freedom in America is green. It ain't red, it ain't blue, so you ain't fighting about colors. What you need to do is rethink the situation. If you want to fight for something, come join us. Come fight for the land. You know what I mean? Fight for the land. Fight for some land that you can say is yours. Don't fight for a street that you don't own a brick on. I've been doing that for 17 years. I'm a 17-year veteran of the Crips. I ain't got nothing. I don't own a brick in this country. You know what I mean? So what you fighting for? You ain't fighting for nothing. And it's not about wearing a Malcolm X t-shirt or wearing a Malcolm X hat. It's about being yourself. You know what I mean? Being an African ain't something that you get up in the morning and put on. It's something that you are. It's something that you are. You know what I mean? It's a mindset.
Oh, give it a chance. You don't feel young yet, but you wait. Wait till I get this music on. See, there it is. Hey. You don't hear them bones rattling with this kind of music. I feel young, but I'm pooped.
Excuse me, what set are you repping?
Sorry?
What set are you repping?
I'm not repping any set.
Well, you're wearing a bandana, so I would assume that you'd be repping a set.
Oh, no. Just
well,
like bandanas.
Next time you wear that shit on my turf, you better come with something. Because you don't know shit about the street life. Now get the fuck out of my library.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
This is a little unreal. What have I done to bother you?
You're ripping a set on my turf.
Dude, I'm just wearing a bandana.
Yeah, well, it's the wrong color.
Gang bang, my set on every one of them. Some things, sons, they just won't change. Fools don't respect nothing but the game.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. New 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Alright, I'm gonna catch this man.
Smackdown.
What the fuck are we like? What was supposed to do? Because we was slow. Man, bro, you some mark, nigga. Bro, my kids, bro. There's no way around it, bro. You a mark, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was some fucked up. Bro, you are a mark, nigga. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Nigga, all of that, nigga. On my mama, nigga, you straight marks, nigga. On my kids, bro, I ain't playing, bro. Nigga, on my kids, bro, nigga, straight mark ass niggas, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, on my mama. Nigga, yeah, I'm talking about this nigga right here, nigga. Nigga, mark ass nigga, on my mama. Explain to them why you a mark. Hey, now turn this shit off. Turn that shit off, G. Turn that shit off, brother. Turn it off, bro. Turn it off. No, don't even watch it. Bro, explain to me why you a mark. Explain to me why you a mark, nigga. Bro, you a mark ass nigga, bro. My kids you are, nigga. Speak up and let the camera know you ain't no mark. Nigga, a certified bitch, nigga. Bro, Dino, bro, hold the camera. Hold the camera. Explain to him. No, bro, no. Explain to him, bro. No. Hold it on him, bro. Explain to him why you ain't no mark then, nigga. If you ain't, nigga, speak up, nigga. Put some bass in your motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, I ain't no motherfucking mark. I'm a solid ass. I shouldn't have to tell you to put some bass in your voice, bro.
You ain't had to jump in no vice lord.
Wasn't no vice.
God damn it.
What they do then? Where you
What
from?
do? Far East Side Post Road, god damn it.
No, sir.
No, sir. He's from across the lake. He's from Biscayne or something. Yeah, I'm from Kane Life, goddamn. Yeah, across the lake, bro. You not, bro, no. You're not from the trenches, nigga. You ain't from Sun Death or the Woods, bro. I grew up out here my whole life and stayed there. Bro, and I stand on way more than what you do, bro. You's a whole mark, nigga. I picked up two colors, nigga. You a rainbow, boy. On my kids, you a rainbow.
That camera shit was some bullshit, though.
Nigga, I mean, I wouldn't nigga, you was on some police ass shit, nigga. And some and some whole ass shit, nigga. Talking about a business, you just straight mark, nigga.
Man, she disrespecting my nigga. Okay, you gonna say you trying to hit her? Calm down. Fuck her.
He said he was playing. But I told him if my nigga, what's just whatever. Mark, that's what you do to mark ass niggas. You backhand him, nigga. You was a whole ass nigga, bro. Straight mark, bro.
Alright, brother, my kids.
Nigga, you straight mark, nigga. I ain't gonna punch on you, nigga. I'm just gonna smack you like a bitch, nigga. You just smack niggas like bitches. Come on, shut up, nigga. You mark ass nigga. You just smack them like bitches, nigga. You a mark, nigga. You don't stand on shit, nigga. Nigga, you lucky on beat your ass here, nigga. You a straight mark, nigga. Nigga, like I said, since I'm not arguing with niggas no more, I'm sorry. Sister, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, brother, no.
Don't let nobody take you on top of
all right, delete it now. Cut it out, bro. Mark ass bitch.
This one woman was telling me, she said she was having sex with this man. She was sitting on top of him riding. And she said she had gotten into a groove, so, you know, she might have gripped his head, or she might have put her hands on his shoulders, or locked them around the back of his neck, so she made sure it was just like a horse. She had that saddle, and she had the rope, so she couldn't let go. And as she got into that groove, she's sitting on him, she rocking, and she rolling her rhythm, and she had just forgotten where she was. She got into a deep state of euphoria, because she said the dick was good. But it's not the problem, though. She said the dick was so good that as she started rocking, she just got into it, and all of a sudden, she said something just hit her. Bam! All upside his head. Just slapped him. Dick will make you slap somebody. So y'all need to remember that. That's why I'm trying to deal with the fact.
Wait a minute. Now you telling me your story, and then you switch it on me and say the woman in ecstasy and turn around and slap somebody.
She slapped him upside the head. And I said, why did you slap? She said, I couldn't help it. She just
got to know your audience. Okay, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, you finish your story. I want to hear why she slapped him.
I told you, she said she just got into this groove. She found her rhythm. See, that's what women don't realize. That's one reason why we get caught. Because the penis is a very powerful organ. It's a very deep, spiritual, sexual,
make you slap somebody,
heat-seeking missile. It's just like a rocket, see. And inside of every rocket, there's information encoded in it for it to do what it do. He's in her. They have become one on that spiritual, sexual level. So she starts to find the groove, and the parts of his penis start hitting the parts of her vagina walls, harmonizing them, making them sing. And so she feel like she's in church jumping and shouting because that man hitting them walls like she needed him to hit them walls. So she said it was so good, and she relaxed, and she said at one instant it was feeling so good to her, the thought crossed her mind that he might let somebody else have a little sample of that. She said it's just the feeling of being caught up in the pleasure and then thinking about, wait a minute, he might do this right here. She said she just slapped him. So I'm just saying sometimes we have to be aware of that, because dick will make you slap somebody in the face. Dick will make you lose control. Dick will make you pull a gun and shoot somebody in the damn face. See, you got to be careful. That's why, because a lot of us have really gone overboard with this. I told you.
in America that happens to be black.
I'm a man in America that happens to be black.
I'm a man, I happen to be white. We got to I see this, you see that. I gotta come up. If I came up to you and said, "What's up, man? I'm a white man. I want to tell you something." You can say, "What the fuck is your problem?" Look here. What we got to do, man? We just got to start talking. What's up? I'm Nick. But what we got to do?
Real great man. I just met him. Just sat down, got my food for lunch. Just met him. He just said some real good stuff, some positive stuff that dealing with racism. And he had challenged me to, to go to a white person.
All right. This would be pretty much people who happen to be black. You can send this out there. No disrespect meant in that. How you doing? I'm Nick. I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to challenge you something that will change the world. First of all, I'm going to tell you, hey, your life matters to me like mine should matter to you. The problem in America, we don't communicate amongst our races just out of the blue like this. So here's my challenge. Next time you're out in Publix, Kroger, Walmart, I challenge you to be bold enough, to be humble enough to go to a white person you never met. And if you're a white person watching this, go to a black person you never met. But you go tell them, how you doing? White people might look at you like, what do you want? You can say, hey, a lot of crazy stuff going on in America racially. Your life matters to me like mine should matter to you. If they receive it well, that's good. But that ain't who you look for. You look for the ones that kind of just leave me alone. You planted a seed in a negative mind. When you're driving home, they're going to think about what you told them. And they can say, maybe I was wrong. You might not see that seed grow, but it will grow, I promise. Now I want you to ask yourself this, all right? Man or woman, what's your name?
Dale.
Dale, I'm going to use Dale. I'm going to ask him this question, and you relate it to yourself, and we'll see. Dale, right, answer the same way you answered the first time. All right. Hey, man, you a black man in America?
Yes.
Or are you a man in America who happens to be black? I'm a man, I happen to be white. I don't have to label this, you shouldn't have to label that. Labels create separation. Right now, I look at you as a man who happens to be black. But you a man, I ain't even a color in. My wife happens to be black. She's in the car waiting, I'm buying her dinner now. But that's not, But she's a beautiful lady. That's all I look at. I don't look at the color. I love her. We've been together 20-some odd years.
It's great.
26, 7, 8, something like that. But anyway, take the challenge. I appreciate you recording this. Get it out to me. Let's make some change. Let's make some difference. It's okay if you don't like Trump, if you don't like Obama, it don't make no difference. Guess what? At our level, there's so many layers between whoever the president is and us. We got to sit here in American Deli and be able to communicate, not hate.
God is good, man. That was awesome, man. Yeah.
Let me
This
tell
brother's
you
on a mission.
Nice. Hope I planted some seeds. Y'all have a nice day. Love all of you. Love everybody.
Peace, man. He said some deep stuff. America, we need to tighten up. We need to come together. United we stand, divided we fall.